SpongeBob, what the fuck? It's so weird. Look, it's so weird saying how these cutscenes look in like super HD, but it looks really good. And stylistically, it looks like what SpongeBob should look like. So I thought THQ did a really good job here with the remaster. But yeah, you could like see like the pores on Patrick and SpongeBob here. It's very interesting coming from me playing this on the PS2 like forever ago. I don't need to read signs. I know how to play the game. I would consider this to be like a really good A or A plus quality remaster, but, and here's the but, I always have mixed feelings when it comes to remasters of this type, where it's like, okay, functionally, it feels like everything is pretty much the same as the PS2 game that I played like, God, 15 or so, probably longer than that, years ago. Functionally, this is like, it feels identical to my old faithful PS2 copy of the game that I still have in storage somewhere. But there is something to be said about like original like artistic intent and how everything came out originally on the PS2 hardware. I just like being able to appreciate graphics in their original form considering the limitations that the developers were working with forever ago. So I feel like with these like, I don't know, almost like Pixar quality-esque remasters, I feel like a little bit of like the original charm and artistic intent does get lost in the remastering process. And I do think that's a little bit unfortunate. Like, I would give this like, you know, a solid like S tier rating if they included a graphics toggle like they do with the Halo CE, the HD version that they include with the Master Chief Collection. If this had a graphics toggle like Halo 1 did, I would think that's cool as fuck. Like in Halo 1...
Bruh.
Okay, let me figure out where I'm supposed to go first. I can't talk and do this at the same time. But in Halo 1, the HD version, it has a graphics toggle, and like it just looks so good. Like, if you, for whatever reason, and I know people that just, for whatever reason, do not like the way that Halo HD looks, and for those people, they could just toggle on the old graphics and it looks pretty fucking good. Even considering that the game now runs in like 1080p natively at like a higher frame rate, which the original version on Xbox definitely could not do. Even though, yeah, like, even when you're in retro mode, you're still dealing with an enhanced version of Halo CE, but it does feel closer to the original when you have like that retro graphics toggle on. And I always appreciate it when games have that as an option. It's just unfortunate that like including a graphics toggle for like most 3D games is just like I'm not a developer, so I can't talk to you about like programming mumbo jumbo and what's like practical to develop or not. But I'd imagine including a graphics toggle into your remastered game is just really fucking hard and impractical for like most things. And it's just a lot easier just for developers to either make a straight port where they don't do too many enhancements and they just give you the same game and now it runs at 1080p. So that's like one like practical way to do a re-release, is just make a standard port with a few bells and whistles, or make a remaster like this here. But it just feels like it's very rare that we get like a remaster that looks like this or Halo CE and they also include a graphics toggle. It's just, I don't know, it just seems like a rare feature. But yeah, I don't know, I don't mean to be too anal about like, oh, all the artistic intent is gone here, because like I do think like this looks like proper SpongeBob. Like I think they did a really good job with like all the graphical differences included. But I won't lie, I do have a little bit more nostalgia when I am playing the way that the game originally looks, but I'm not complaining right now. It still feels really good to play. Tasty Corn Snack also says, yeah, I can understand preferring the original style. I'd rather play OG Oblivion than the remaster personally, and it's largely because of nostalgia. Yeah, same, honestly. Like, I am sort of curious about the Oblivion remaster, especially when it comes to like what features that they've added, which I don't think is like a lot, but I think I heard that they might have touched up on a few things around the leveling system and whatnot. I'm kind of curious about the Oblivion remaster, and I hear that they've added a few like new quality of life features here or there, but I agree with you when it comes to preferring the original. It's something I might buy at some point when it's like, I don't know, 20 bucks or less, somewhere around there. But even if like I had that game for free, I would still feel more at home playing the original Oblivion, to be honest. Because I feel like, unlike this game, like I feel like a lot more of the art style gets lost in translation when it comes to the Oblivion remake, at least in my opinion. I know some people would probably disagree with that, but to me it just looks a little wacky. And that's not me saying it looks bad either. Like, obviously, the Oblivion remaster looks really fucking good. Although that depends on what hardware you're running it on. Like, I've heard the Oblivion remaster is a somewhat graphically demanding game, which is kind of fucking hilarious. Considering, like, I could run the original Oblivion on, like, any toaster PC from, like, now and, like, the past 15 years. So, practically, the original Oblivion is a little bit more bang for your buck in that regard, since you can run it on low-spec anything. DC Corn Snack also says, I tend to agree, Oblivion Remastered is styled less like a painterly sort of fantasy world. Yeah, I see what you mean there. I don't know, just for me it looks different. It's like the character models are like one thing that really stick out to me with the remaster. Like, I don't know, the super HD clean, like the clean models, like I know the original models look funky, like Oblivion just has like a distinctly funny look to it, but the HD also looks funny in its own way, so it's just different funny. Make sure to, I don't know, do all the social media things, like, subscribe, all that stuff helps, and in the meantime, I will catch y'all the fuck later. Bye.